I've been making YouTube videos for over 8 years now. I've made over 800 YouTube videos. I've started 5 YouTube channels. I've tried making AI generated videos. I've tried starting a faceless YouTube automation channel. I've started a Pokemon themed channel. And I even tried TikTok Shop for a while, which is kind of crazy. But every single one of them failed. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why they didn't work and what did actually end up working for me. If you're new here, I'm Ryan. I currently work full time. I'm a busy dad to a very energetic toddler, and I'm also trying to build this YouTube channel where I help small ADHD creators like myself use AI powered systems to create content without burning out. All right, so to understand why all of the YouTube channels that I've previously started have failed, we need to go back to where YouTube first started for me. I've always loved watching YouTube videos. I've been watching YouTube videos for as long as I can remember. It's a strange concept. You feel drawn into another person's life. And for me, it gave me a sense of belonging. I felt like I was part of this tight knit community, which was actually a really big deal for me because I didn't have many friends at school. I was very socially awkward and shy. I would just sit in the library reading my manga. I've always wanted to make YouTube videos. I've always wanted to make my own YouTube channel. I always knew that YouTube would be a big part of my life somehow and that it wasn't just a phase. I spent years trying to find the perfect idea for a YouTube channel, the perfect niche. I started a bakery job at Sainsbury's back in 2017. The reason I took this job is because the working hours were from 6 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. That meant I was done with my full workday by 2 p.m. It's literally a 5-minute walk away from me. So I was home by 2:05 and I had all afternoon to just focus on making a YouTube channel, which was amazing and also terrifying at the same time. I actually started my first YouTube channel in 2017. I started it as a faceless gameplay video channel. I remember watching these big gaming channels like the Rab Brad, and they would just play their favorite video games, do a commentary, and they had millions of subscribers. And I immediately thought, yeah, I want to do that. But I soon realized how difficult YouTube really was. I have learned so much over the past 8 years about content creation and YouTube in general. I started it as a faceless gaming channel. Eventually, I built up the confidence to start speaking on camera. I started showing my face on camera. It was a very awkward setup. I had me in a tiny little square on the gameplay videos. I was building up more confidence. And then I made quite a big decision to completely change the channel and turn it into a Pokemon card opening channel. So I'd been watching a lot of Pokemon card content, Leonhart, Pokerev. And I thought, you know what? That actually sounds really fun. I haven't opened Pokemon cards since I was a kid. So I completely pivoted the channel to a Pokemon channel. I loved it. I hadn't opened Pokemon cards in 15 years. My first video was terrible. Watching it back now, it's a little bit cringy, but everyone has to start somewhere, right? I had to learn a lot as I went along, but I loved it when I first started. I actually stuck with that for a few years and built it to over 1,600 subscribers. I made over 700 videos in total. I got to open so many different Pokemon card products. I managed to do collaboration videos with other small Pokemon creators, which was amazing. And then I kind of stopped. I think I slowly burnt out. I grew up watching all of these entertainment based channels, and I didn't realize that there was this whole other side to YouTube, like educational content. The cards were getting more expensive each year. And honestly, by the end of it, it just felt like I was putting on an act when I made a Pokemon card opening. Yes, I genuinely did enjoy opening the cards, and you get those dopamine hits from pulling a secret rare. But I think because all I had seen up until that point were other big Pokemon card creators, and almost everyone in that space just has so much energy when they open Pokemon cards. It feels like you almost have to match that energy or go above it just to stand out in that space. I know people do genuinely love open Pokemon cards, and I did for a very long time, but it was exhausting. It took so much energy on camera just filming a single card opening. I had the stress in the back of my mind about the amount of money that I was spending on it, and by that point, I hadn't made a single penny from YouTube. I think that's always been a goal of mine. I love YouTube and I would love to just create for the sake of creating. But for me now, as a dad with a nearly 3-year-old son, there's a lot of costs to consider when you start growing up. So for me, I think I've always wanted to make YouTube videos, but I've always wanted to find a way to monetize that so I can actually put content out there that helps others while making money, decreasing that financial stress in my mind and just enjoying the process a lot more. That leads me on to becoming a dad. So in March 2023, we had Charlie, our son. He is almost 3 now, which is kind of crazy. But those first 6 weeks after becoming a dad, complete chaos. There was just absolutely no way for me to create content. So I decided to stop making the Pokemon card content altogether and take a break from YouTube and just prioritize spending time with family as Charlie grew up. So I then took about a year's break, just under a year, but I didn't stop being involved with YouTube. I just stopped making YouTube videos. I remember around September 2024, I started seeing all of these videos about faceless YouTube channels. ChatGPT had come out, AI was just everywhere, and people were figuring out ways to use AI to make content, which was really interesting. I would just binge watch all of these videos about how to make a faceless YouTube video, how to use different AI tools for different parts of the content creation process. I learned everything you could possibly learn about starting a faceless YouTube channel. I actually created 3 more YouTube channels after that. I started with a channel called Knowledge Night, which was a faceless channel about fun facts. I did not have a specific niche. It was just fun or mind-blowing facts, pretty much like all AI generated. I put a few videos out. These were all short videos, and it actually done really well. I think a few of the videos got 10,000 views. I then created a second faceless channel called Beast Blender. Really unique names, I know. So there was this trend of people making AI videos about 2 animals or creatures fusing together. The first few videos really took off, got a couple of thousand views between YouTube and TikTok, but then it just kind of died down, so I stopped posting on that. The third channel I made was called Animal Adventures. I was seeing a new trend of AI generated short videos based on stories of animals. Cute bunny saves dog from drowning in a flood, or just these really specific examples of animals going on journeys together, and people loved it. Some of these shorts were getting millions of views, and I remember using Social Blades to get a rough estimate of how much people were making based on the amount of views they were getting. I found the channel called Rabbit Journey 99. I remember it very specifically, and I don't think there was a single short video they posted that didn't get over 1 million views. Their most popular video got over 100 million views, which is insane. So I just started copying them exactly as they were doing their videos, like the same animals, the same story, the same kind of AI tools. I didn't understand how they were doing so well. But I think the really important point I learned is not to just copy someone's channel completely. I think taking the idea from a channel and putting your own twist on it works a lot better than just copying it, because it just doesn't work, at least on YouTube. And yeah, I even tried TikTok Shop for a few months. That was the first thing I tried where I actually made money. I made about £100 altogether. For those of you that don't know, it's essentially making a specific account that aims at making affiliate sales. Essentially, you promote a product, people see it, a certain percentage of people click the link in your description, go straight to product and just buy it. And TikTok makes it so easy to see a really cool product and just buy it on a whim. But I just burnt out. Like, you had to be posting 3-4 videos a day. There were so many different strategies that people were coming up with. There was a whole issue of being shadow banned, which is when TikTok isn't pushing out your videos for some specific reason. It was just kind of mentally exhausting. But I did stick with all of these channels and TikTok Shop for like a good few months. I didn't just do it for a couple of weeks and then quit. I did give it enough time and attention that I thought they needed. I think the big realization for me wasn't that I was failing because I wasn't trying hard enough, because I learned everything I possibly could. I came up with the most data-driven strategies for all of these channels. I was failing because of my ADHD, which I didn't even know I had until last year. For ADHD brains, it's very natural for us to chase those dopamine hits and shiny object syndrome. Every time something gets difficult and you keep posting but you don't see the views, your brain just says, hey, why don't you try this business model instead? It's working so much better for everyone else. So let's just abandon what we're doing, go all in on that. And it feels really cool. Like, for the first couple of weeks, you get all those dopamine hits from trying something new, but eventually you just either burn out or you lose interest. So this made it almost impossible for me to stick with one thing long term. That's my biggest takeaway from that. I've actually created a free Notion template that has AI prompts that help me to stay consistent when my ADHD takes over. It's completely free. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. So yeah, January last year, I finally got an ADHD diagnosis. I remember seeing a post on LinkedIn and it was like, you might have ADHD if you do this, this, this. And I was like, that sounds really familiar to my type of behavior. I'm always bouncing around. I'm either completely hyper-focused or just completely burnt out. It's very hard to find a middle ground for me. It was kind of a game changer seeing that post on LinkedIn and connecting the dots and thinking, I might actually have ADHD. I should look into this. It did take a while. It can take years for some people to even get an appointment for an ADHD diagnosis. So I was quite lucky. They went through a list of questions, assessed everything, came back, and turns out I do have ADHD and some slight autism as well, which I had no idea. It was a big moment for me. I think it was just the clarity I needed, and everything started to make so much more sense about my behavior and patterns, from content creation to parenting to everyday life. It's been genuinely transformational for me just knowing I have ADHD, because now I can understand my brain a lot better and figure out ways to work with it instead of against it. I think since then, I've learned so much more about business in general and how to actually create a YouTube channel that makes money while providing value to others. There's so much more to it than you think. For those of you that don't know, there's two big spaces within YouTube. There is the entertainment space, think Mr. Beast, Dude Perfect, creating content to provide entertainment to you guys, right? And then there is educational content, which is specifically aimed at helping people with a specific problem or to educate them in something specific. In the entertainment space, it is a lot harder to create a successful channel and monetize it, because the bigger channels tend to take all the views. Why are people going to watch your video when Mr. Beast has, I don't know, 400 million subscribers at the moment? It's crazy. You're just constantly chasing views and trends, even if you don't mean to. It's just the way the game is played for entertainment type content. I could be wrong on that. That's just from what I've experienced and learned about the entertainment side of YouTube. Whereas the education side, you can make a lot more money with a lot less views and subscribers. You can very easily make money with a small YouTube channel. Your content just needs to solve a specific problem for a specific person and help with a specific pain point. That's why you see all of these creators with anywhere between 500 to 10,000 subscribers making insane amounts of money, not because they're getting millions of views, but because they're education based. They're targeting a very specific audience and they're strategically creating all of their content and digital products around that. I started to learn about this based on my Pokemon card channel. My most popular videos are like how to start a Pokemon YouTube channel, how to change characters in the Marvel Avengers game, how to unlock the purple suit in the Spider-Man game. They're all very specific. Those videos have like 100x outlier compared to all of my Pokemon card openings. So I think that was the first time I realized that if I help solve a very specific problem in my videos, they tend to get a lot more views because people are actively searching for that problem to solve. So I got my ADHD diagnosis. I started using ChatGPT around 2023, like a year after it came out, because, I just become a dad. I was very busy. I kind of missed start of the AI hype, but I started using ChatGPT. I loved it. It genuinely helped me with my everyday life, content creation, parenting, everything. So I started looking into more AI tools. I started using Claude, Gemini, Perplexity. I've tried everything under the sun, from AI image generators, AI video generators, and chatbots in general. My aim with this channel is to use these AI tools to enhance my creativity, not to replace it completely. I think there is a very clear divide between people that hate AI, don't want anything to do with it, and people that absolutely love it and use it for almost everything. For me personally, with my ADHD, my busy life, my parenting, AI has become such a valuable tool in helping me understand my own behavioral patterns and helping me on my journey of content creation. But having said that, I have no plans to use AI to completely take over my content creation process. It still needs human input. it still needs human connection, like I'm trying to do in my videos moving forward. I want to focus on topics that I'm actually passionate about and that can actually help people. And that brings me to my third point, which is what is actually working for me right now. Educational over entertainment content, as I've already discussed. I don't want to chase any more trends. I'm trying my best to fight my shiny object syndrome, even though there is literally a new AI tool coming out every day. For this year, I just want one clear focus. I'm going all in on YouTube and I'm going to stick with it until I make some sort of success out of this. I wish I had the knowledge and experience I have today 8 years ago, and I wish I had just stuck with one YouTube channel and built it up over those 8 years. But, you know, hindsight is a very valuable thing. I'm glad that I've gone through everything I have and made all the mistakes that I have along the way, because now I have that knowledge and experience to share with you guys. I know my audience may be small at the moment, but every single one of those numbers is a person watching this video right now. Me just sharing everything I've learned over the past 8 years about YouTube can help one person, then it's worth making the video, right? If you want to start a Pokemon card channel, then by all means go for it. If that's your passion and you know you want to stick with that long term, don't let me stop you from doing it. It's amazing. I had so much fun doing it. I just say, if you're planning on trying to build a YouTube channel that makes money or one that you can monetize, just take everything I've said into consideration before going down that route. If anything, I'm probably speaking to a younger version of myself here, which leads me to this channel right here. 5 failed channels: the Pokemon card channel, Animal Adventures, Beast Blender, Knowledge Night, and this channel actually, which some of you might realize I started as a Faceless YouTube channel. I made 15 Faceless videos and I started to realize the power of building a personal brand, and I now realize how powerful authenticity is in 2026. There's been a big wave of AI slop content going around. People getting tired of AI generated content. It's kind of like shiny object syndrome. Like, people love it at first. It's all new. It's very novel. And then after a while, you just get tired of it and it doesn't provide any real value, which ironically I'm saying because I've made these videos. I know that I was disconnected from the content I was making because they didn't do anything. Like, they didn't provide any value. They were just maybe slightly entertaining and going for views, which is why I'm focusing on making this channel specifically to help small ADHD creators like myself build their channels, create content more consistently without burning out, and using AI to help enhance their creativity and not replace it, just to make that very clear. My channel focuses on a cross between AI tools, ADHD struggles, content creation, and my 8-year journey with YouTube, which is something that no AI tool or anyone else can replicate. I've tested every AI tool you can think of, and my biggest takeaway is that it's not about the tool, it's about how you use it and the systems you build that actually help you in your life. Stop chasing trends, commit to one thing long term, and keep tweaking things as you go along. Learn from mistakes, and hopefully you can build something successful. And guys, don't forget to grab that free Notion template I mentioned. Link is down below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you found it helpful at all, or you want to know a bit more about my YouTube journey or life in general, then you might like to check out this. I'll pop it over here. This video over here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.